Hey everybody, welcome to Psyche. Um, I am a little blown away right now because I just shuffled these cards and here they are again. So I was doing a spread in this book called the Revised Art Tarot here. So this is about mysticism and the Kabbalah um, of the Nap Hall Tarot, if you know Manly P. Hall. So one spread was the Wheel of Fortune, which I think is shuffled in there now, but and the other spread had the World here, and the three cards that came out. See how beautiful that is. There's so many there's this very very complex deck, very very complex. So unfortunately, there's a lot to read. I'm going to try and simplify it as much as I can. This showed up here in the present, the Eight of Pentacles, but this is actually Mercury's card here that showed up, and it was such a beautiful message. And I'm going to read from it to you because it's so long. It's so complex. In the past, we have the Queen of Swords here. The meanings in this deck are so different than our traditional meanings that we're used to, and the Two of Wands was the future. So I wanted to read about this this Eight of Pentacles really quickly, if I can find it. I'll show you this real quick. The Eight of Coins is the heart of Asaya, the sphere of activity of Mercury, and where this energy might feel more confined than necessary. Mercury signifies the fluid and often volatile qualities of the mind and intellect. Inability to properly ground the qualities of Mercury in Earth could be as precarious as confining or restricting them too much. How could we use the splendor of Hod in the world of manifestation? Like I said, I'm just learning all this stuff, so I hope to go into more depth with this about explaining Hod and Yod and all these other things, because they've come up before. Yod has come up before when there's many alignments. The card shows two double squares perfectly aligned, with the one above enclosing the cube of Earth with the sign of Mercury. The card suggests the full potentiality, again reading, interference with that the intellect could afford us in the density of matter and physical manifestation. The bright intellectual qualities of Mercury are essential to us at this level, but we must know how to distinguish or separate positive from negative. The way that we manage to solidify or condense the limitless light will often depend on the way that our intellect applies to cosmic law to our creative powers. When we align ourselves with cosmic consciousness, we finally realize that the universal mind has been and still is in charge of our world. Our role must be, like the magician, to activate with clarity of intention the qualities bestowed upon the planets at each level of existence, because we participate in the act of creation with our power of choice and the intensity of our will and intention. Mercury at the level of Asaya is a reminder of the necessary illuminated awareness we must exercise and co-participants. As co-participants in the act of creation, our healing and magical wand is our intellect. And for me, it was just so big. It was like really taking a look at these things, seeing the consequences of our actions. There's the Eight of Coins refers to our responsibilities toward understanding and applying den, justice, and cosmic order to any act of creation. We must be conscious of the consequences of our actions and be fully aware of the weight of our thoughts. The card reminds us that there is always a higher intelligence guiding our life. Divinatory meaning suggests that concentration and deliberate intention might be needed to finalize a project, skill managing material affairs and money. There might be tendency to hoard or to collect too many things, or an individual who might be a miser or who prefers to display wealth without spending. Mercury energy in the physical plane, just like Venus energy, might be difficult to properly contain. And we are dealing with a retrograde, so this is showing up here twice. This, I mean, it was crazy. Literally the layout was telling me to do it twice. It's doing the exercise, and the question was, what time is it for me now, was the question. And so one, you have the Wheel of Fortune, and then you lay down the 3, and the other one, you have the, sorry, it's in French, so it's hard for me to remember. Wheel of Fortune in 1, and I can't think right now. Great. This will be the Mercury energy here. It's like all of a sudden, it's like it told me to clear my mind, to ask the question. And the 3 cards popped out again. And it was like, I just want to try and share this message here. I feel like Mercury is trying to, let us know to still be conscious and to still understand that we are part of this manifestation that's happening to us right now. And so amidst all the, if you're dealing with frustrations lately, if you're just feeling like so hopeless, like you have no control, I feel like they want you to be more deliberate in what you want to manifest. Your actions, how are you acting with others? How are you, are you being more deliberate in what you're doing? We are part of the universal mind. The universal mind is showing up here. You're part of this. It's in charge of it. It's all about what you want. This is about manifestation, and it's really coming through right now. And the Queen of Swords is seeing the clarity of this and not being unable to be fluid. Air can be very rigid. So they're asking you to be more fluid in these things about what you want to manifest, because sometimes you may have to change things up. The 2 of Wands is actually a really good thing. This is about harmonizing here. I wanted to read a little bit about the 2 of Wands really quickly, just the end. I won't read all of this for y'all. Where are you at? That's the Ace. Represents balance, creative impulse for any kind of enterprise or effort. There is a sense of innate balance and harmony that should be wisely utilized. This card symbolizes the power of intuition and the ability to apply the spark of creative will to the archetypal world of ideas. There is resolution at the highest possible level. Other meanings indicate reconciliation of opposites, wise integration of contrasting ideas, attunement with the laws of the universe. So again, we have the universal mind, the laws of the universe. And here I wanted to I'll read a little bit about the Queen of Swords for you. Really quickly, I kept her bookmarked here. She's about balance. They said she's a highly contrast there to justice here is showing up. Fair and measured resolution. A person who applies discernment in making decision, ability to balance the mind. Strong communication skills, discipline, and righteousness are implied. Ruthlessness in command when reversed. So again, she can be ruthless, but she's very much in her truth here. The truth. Or at least what she believes to be the truth for her, through her perspective. But so I feel like, if you've been really on a mission here to find the truth, realize that you're manifesting what could be a very good outcome here if you just allow, really, I feel like this is a really time to be manifesting things during this Mercury retrograde. They're really wanting us to, okay, what do you really want? Because be careful what you wish for. I feel like it's just a matter of being grateful too for things, being appreciative of what you have. It's just such beautiful energy here, and with the world being here, it's amazing. And like I said, this book is so complex. It's going to take me a while, I think, to really get used to it. But I wanted to read a little bit about this here. So it's just a little bit about some energy that's going on. So anyway, thanks for listening.